problem, Billy has 2.4 meters of ribbon for crafts. He wants to share it evenly with 12 friends. How many centimeters of ribbon would 7 friends get? Okay, so first of all, I'm noticing something here. I noticed meters and centimeters. Is that what you were going to say, Rustin? Okay. So before I do anything else, I think I better change it. How many centimeters are in a meter? 100. 100. So 2.4 meters, we need to convert that to centimeters. So write down your strategy for doing that. Okay. So 2.4 copies of 1 meter. And then how many centimeters did we say? 100. So 2.4 copies of 100 centimeters. Now to solve this problem, Aubrey, do you think I should add zeros to the end or start with my decimal hop?
Add zeros.
Well, if I add 2 zeros.
Don't add zeros.
Okay.
Decimal hop.
Decimal hop. So let me rewrite 2 4/10. How many hops will I need here? How many zeros are on 100? 2. Okay. So how many zeros do I fill in with? 1. So my answer is 240 centimeters. That's how many centimeters we're working with. Okay? So that's what I'm going to put on. What am I going to draw? You know what I'm going to draw. Tape diagram. I know. I'll use 240 centimeters on my tape diagram. Move that over. Okay. So where do I put 240 on this, Mia?
What? Sorry.
Where do I put 240 on this tape diagram?
You on top.
Good. So 240 centimeters is what I'm working with. Now the question asks, how many centimeters of ribbon would 7 friends get?
So
Katie?
divide the box into 7.
You could do that. But to figure this out, we're going to have to divide by the total
12.
people there.
12.
Because everybody's getting some, right? Oh, they only wanted us to tell how many 7 are getting. So we have to figure out one person. So divided by, what did Jaden say?
12.
12. That's right. Now they wanted us to pick 7.
But that would mean.
Okay, so basically when we're done with this,
No matter, then they would have already.
this is going to be 7 friends, okay? But we have to figure out each box first. Does that make sense? Okay, so the question is 240 divided by the total number of boxes. How many boxes?
12.
Okay. So write that down. We talked about this a little bit, I don't know if it was Friday or Thursday. And we said, you know, that 0 on 240, the easiest thing to do is just get rid of it, right? But I can't just take it off there without doing anything to the problem. So there are a couple things I could do. I could just move it to the end and put it on at the very end, okay? Or I could take it off and put it back on, like divide by 10 and then multiply by 10 again. Thursday we practiced moving that 0 to the end. You remember that? We did something that looks like this. We did 24 times 10 is the same thing as 240. And then divided by 12. And we actually put that part of it into parentheses. And I have a feeling this is coming later on. That's why we're practicing it. And then, I don't know if you remember this or not, But we talked about, let's get this 10 to the outside over here. So wouldn't it be nice if I could just mix up the 10 or switch around the 10 and the 12? But if I do that, I have to keep the division sign with the 12, or it messes up my problem, okay? Because I'm really dividing here. So if I switch those around, what will go in the parentheses then? Very good. And I want the 10 on the outside, don't I? So move the 10 over there. Doesn't change the value of anything, and it's easier to do. So what is 24 divided by 12?
2 times 10.
So my answer to what each friend will get is 20, correct? Now the problem is asking for how much will 7 friends get?
7 times 2 is 14. Then you pop on the 2.
Oh, so Cooper did the problem like this.
Why are yeah.
Clever. Okay. So 7 friends would get 140, a total of 140 centimeters. Okay, of ribbon. Let's talk about the lesson today.
Actually, that's exactly what I had.
Very good. Okay, so Dwayne, when you watch him do these videos, he prefers the skip counting method. Okay? However, our lessons all have to estimate. So we're kind of going to have to do both. Now, I realize I didn't leave room for skip counting, did I? Did I?
Yeah.
Not really. So you can always use the edge of your paper if you want to. Okay? So let's estimate 72 divided by 21. 21 rounds to,
20.
and my 72 will become, and that is, we're going to try a 3. Correct? Okay, let's skip count. What are we going to skip count by?
21.
21. Oh, we're getting pretty good at that, aren't we?
We're too shy of being able to
Okay, so go ahead and stop. Did I skip count correctly? Because I haven't been practicing this with you.
No, I added to you.
Okay, all right. So if I look at the closest number to 72 without going over, what is it?
62.
So go ahead and circle it. And this is the method that you'll be using most often. Okay, so I have 21 times 1, 21 times 2, 21 times 3. So our strategies actually come up with the same starting point, don't they? Okay, 72 divided by 21. So 21 is larger than 7. Put a 0 above the 7. What number did we say we were going to try?
3.
A 3. Now the nice thing about skip counting is the multiplication's already done for us. So Aubrey, what's the answer to 3 times 21? We circled it, didn't we? Okay. So now all you have to do is subtract. And by the way, there's regrouping in every single problem. Yeah. So 12 minus 3 is, what is it? 9. And so the remainder is 9 less than 21. Whoops. The remainder is 9.
Now we have the
Now we'll check it. Yaneli, tell me what I need to do to check it.
21 times 3.
Good. 21 times 3. We already know the answer to that. But imagine if you're Cooper and you got off by 1. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know.
No, that time I got off by 10.
Oh no, got off by 10. 63 plus what?
9.
So that should be 72. Does it match the dividend we started with? Okay, let's move on to problem number 2. All right, so 94 divided by 43. What would I round the 43 to?
40.
Okay, and what could I make the 94 that 40 would divide into evenly?
800.
Well, 800 would be a pretty big number compared to 94.
80.
80. Okay, so how many times does 40 go into 80?
2.
Okay, let's skip count now. Cooper, don't talk. I can see them looking at you, so I know you're saying something. Okay, what will we skip count by?
40.
What?
43.
43. Make sure you do that, okay? So 43, what's next? 86. That's all I know. Now I'm going to have to add 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, yeah, I remember. So is that high enough, you think? Yeah, because I only had to go up to 94. Okay, so looking at this, what number's closest to 94 without going over? 86. Circle it. Is that the second number? Yep. So we'll try it too. 94 divided by 43.
We can't put 4 in that.
Right. 43 is larger than 9, so write a 0.
So we can put it.
Rustin, can I get you to close the door, please?
We can put it 2.
And we're going to try it too.
And it'll be 80. 86.
We already did it, didn't we? Okay, so skip counting is very valuable. When I subtract, I'm pretty sure there's going to be regrouping. 14 minus 6, boys and girls. Well, you're way faster than the last class. Okay, is 8 less than 43 my divisor?
So you have a remainder of 8.
So I have a remainder of 8. Okay, so Justin, tell me what I multiply.
Multiply 43 times 8.
Times
Times
2. And what do you get?
63. No, 83.
86. Why did I write 63? Am I on the last problem? I don't know where my brain is. So I should get 94. Whew. For a minute there, I lost my train of thought. Okay, Corbin, you're going to help me on the next one because I think you've already figured out. Well, maybe not, but let's take a look at the next one. So if I round 23 to the nearest 10, what do I get?
20.
Okay, and what will I make this 84?
80.
Okay, so this says we're going to try 4. Okay, did you skip count? Okay, tell me what you got when you skip counted by 23, Corbin.
23, 46, 69, 92.
69, 92. We're just going to trust that he's right. Okay? Now, let's write down the problem. 84 divided by 23. Now, which one of these is closest to 84 without going over?
69.
69. But what did the estimation method tell us we were going to try? A 4. We can't use a 4. It's going to be too big. So skip counting tells us to try a 3. That's why I like skip counting better because it's more exact. Now I want to remind you how your 4th grade teacher might have told you to do this. Can you put your pencils down and just watch for a second, please? And then I'll erase this. Instead of skip counting, they might have said, just start adding 23 together. Right?
Ow.
And then add another 23. And then add another 23. How are we doing? Did Corbin get them right? Okay, I asked you to put your pencil down and look up here. The only thing harder about this is you have to try and find the numbers.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so we've got 1 here, this one's 2, this one's 3, and that one's 4. But this method does work.
I thought that was times
That's
3.
what we're doing in our head right here. If you would have had your pencil on the table listening to me, you wouldn't have had to ask a question. This is what we did here. We just did it in our heads. Well, actually, Corbin did it for us, didn't he? Yeah. But is this okay to keep adding like that? Sure. Whatever method you have to use. This is still better than picking up a calculator and skip counting with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the problem. Instead of a 4, what are we going to try?
3.
A 3. What?
You have all of those numbers too low because it was 23 plus 22 would be 46. So it would be 2, then 3, then 4.
Here's the first 23, here's the second 23, here's the third 23, here's the fourth 23. Okay? I was just putting it beside the answer, not beside the 23. Does that make sense? Okay, now where was I? Right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so 23 is more than 8. What do we have to fill in with?
3.
Good. Now our skip counting tells us we're going to try a 3. And 23 times 3 is what?
69.
69. Your teacher told you there's probably regrouping, right? So 14 minus 9, Mia.
14.
14 minus 9. 5. 7 minus 6.
1.
Okay. And is 15 less than 23?
Yes.
Okay. Aubrey, what do I multiply together?
33 times 3.
We already know the answer to that, don't we?
Give you 69 plus 15.
So is 84 the number we started with?
Yes.
Okay. One more problem.
So 29 is going to be 30.
Okay, so 29 would round to 30,
And 57.
and 57 would go to 60, and we would try a 2. Let's skip count, see if that 2 is going to work for us. 29, then what?
50.
Then what?
And then it's
70.
77.
Can you keep going?
96. Then it goes 6.
No, it'd be 30, 60, whoops. That's 87, isn't it? 30, 60, 90, 120, so it'd be 116. Somebody check me and see if that's right.
I did not get that.
Well, then maybe I did it wrong. 58,
You're good.
87, oh, 116. You know how I did it? 30, 60, 90, 120. And then I did minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Clever. Okay, so according to this, can we try a 2? Really?
No.
It's actually too big by one number, isn't it? So what do we have to try? A 1. So 57,
Because it's one number shy.
it's one number shy.
Because
I
the
like
remainder is
that.
28.
Okay, will 29 fit into 5? Hold your place value with a 0. 29 times 1,
28. Take out the 5, yep, make it 4, 17, 8, and 2, and then you can just
does
add
that
the-
remainder check out, Robert? 28, is that less than my divisor? It is, barely.
One. Then-
Right,
And then you can just add them together because it's
I could. But I'm going to go ahead and do my multiply then add method, okay? And I'll probably get 57 when I'm done.
We ain't got 57.
Okay.